Hi, I'm Tanya Ragan, and we are continuing with our Locals on the Street. And I am here this morning in the Green Door Public House in the Farmers Market. We just walked down from the Dallas Farmers Market, about a half a block away. And I'm here with Councilmember Adam Medrano, who is our District 2 Council member. Good morning.
Good morning. How are you doing?
I'm doing great. Now, Council member, you are a regular face in the Green Door, and you were a big advocate in getting this project moved and the building moved and completed in the neighborhood. You are extremely pro-economic development. What do you think of the revitalization and everything that's happening in the farmers market?
Well, I think it's great to see the development in the farmers market. You see more residents starting to move down to the farmers market. It's a great place to live. It's minutes away from other areas that are thriving in near downtown, Deep Ellum and the Cedars. So it's a great place, and people are taking notice of the developments in the area. With the Green Door and the new shed that's coming on in a few months, so it's very exciting to be a part of the farmers market.
What do you think is so special and unique about the farmers market?
Well, since I'm here a lot, I feel the sense of community. The community is very strong. The neighbors are very active in their community, which is very important. But also the tradition of the farmers market. Everyone in Dallas used to come down and get their produce here for the week or for the month, however. But there's also a history of longtime families being in the farmers market. Either they're a vendor or a local farmer. So there's a lot of tradition in the farmers market.
The farmers market is going through transition right now. Of course, it's under construction. There is a focus on moving back to the local farmers. What do you think of that push to bring back the local farmers?
I think that's important. I think a lot of folks want to know that the people they're buying from actually grew their food and it's local, those kind of things. That's what we want to see, and it's exciting that farmers market is being able to focus on that.
So what do you think of all the residents and people that are moving to the farmers market, and how important is that to the revitalization of the neighborhood?
Well, I think it's exciting first to see the residents moving down here. This is a great time to be coming to the farmers market with the new developments that are coming on board. And look, we're in this Green Door Public House. It's a great restaurant, bar that the neighbors have really embraced and shown that this is the kind of business that they want to see in their neighborhood.
The southeastern side of downtown, Deep Elm, Farmers Market, Cedars, this side of downtown has really struggled and has worked hard the last few years to really push for economic development, revitalization. What do you see as the ongoing challenges or things to overcome still on this side of downtown?
You're exactly right. You see Deep Ellum, which I think is back, and the Cedars, and then the farmers market, all the development that's happening. Those areas have similar issues and concerns that the residents are bringing to the city hall, and I think a big couple of them are street feeding and then also panhandling. So those are some issues that the residents are really concerned about in these neighborhoods.
And how can residents help you in finding solutions on those items?
I think first of all, we all have to come together to figure out what we want to do, what we want to see. With the street feedings, I don't think any of us are against helping the homeless or making sure that they have food, clothing, things like that. I think the issue is there's not a designated area for these feedings, so they happen all over the farmers market and the Cedars. They happen on private property. They leave, there's a whole bunch of trash, a whole bunch of food that the property owner has to either pay for someone to clean up or clean it up themselves. They shouldn't have that burden be put on them because of the street feedings. We should have a location to have these feedings. We're not against the feedings, and we're fine with them. We just need to find a designated location and let the folks know that want to help the homeless folks. This is where you need to go. This is where you need to be. This is the location if you want to do a feeding.
Would City Hall or 1500 Marilla ever be considered as a feeding site?
I think that's been brought up. It's been brought up by the residents, and by me, as far as is it either going to be. I think there's two locations where it could be that makes sense. It either has to be at City Hall Plaza, where we have control as far as code compliance, restrooms, trash cans, and it can be more controlled, or the bridge, and that's what the bridge is here for, so hopefully we can decide in the next couple weeks. I know I have a meeting coming up to finally decide on which location it should be.
As far as economic development, you are a big advocate for economic development. A lot of the things that are happening on the southeastern side of town is with your support and your leadership. What do you think of the number of empty buildings or buildings that are trying to be leased? If you're a property owner or you have a building that you are trying to lease, how can we do a better job in encouraging small businesses and local businesses to fill and relocate in those buildings?
I think it's important, I think that the city step up and try to help with these local business owners and figure out a way to support them. I know that we kind of concentrate on really big $1 million projects, which are great, but I think that if we focus some of that money on trying to help local businesses, local property owners, smaller projects develop, I think that's what we need to try to do. Doing a few of those in the area would be key. And I think that we do have tools at City Hall to be able to do that. We just need to reach out to the Economic Development Office and try to get that done.
How important are local businesses to the diversity and to the culture of this neighborhood?
I think it's very important. We're sitting here at the Green Door Public House, which is locally owned and operated, and it's been great for the neighborhood. The neighborhood feels it's theirs. I think that's what you want to see. It's your place where you can come and hang out after work or then come for lunch. It's very exciting to see that it's doing well. I think that it's doing well because the stakeholders have laid that foundation for these businesses to thrive, and so it's exciting to be a part of it. I just think that the Farmers Market right now is a great place to come down and move to and live.
A hot item right now with the area stakeholders is the DART. The city is evaluating new DART routes for D2. What is your opinion of DART, and do you think it should come through the farmers market? Do you think it should go elsewhere? Certainly connectivity and transportation is important. What are your thoughts on the proposal for DART?
Well, I definitely think it should come somewhere near the farmers market. I think it's important to have transportation to the farmers market, whether it be with the DART line. But also, I think at the same time, the great thing about it is that there's so many options that we need to make sure that we talk to the neighbors and the businesses and make sure that we don't do anything that's going to impact them.
One of the things that has come up is that you have businesses that have been here 30-some years, such as Rubel's Plants, and you have neighbors that have came down to the area and made the investment in the area early on when we were really just trying to get people down here. So the concern is that they may lose their homes.
Yeah, that's definitely something that I'm not going to support. Like I said, there's a lot of different options, and I think that that's not something you do to people who made the choice to make an investment here. And then businesses like Rubel's have been here for 30 years. Those are, I talked earlier about tradition, and so that's part of the tradition of the farmers market, and that's not something that you want to get rid of. So I know that we can work with DART and the city and try to make this a win-win for everyone.
How important is going back to the community? Cedars, Deep Ellum, Farmers Market, those communities work very, very well together. Can you tell a difference with when there's that many neighborhoods that are really working together? Is that a normal thing? Is it not a normal thing?
The CBD Coalition is really not something that you see often. Neighborhoods working together. These neighborhoods have a lot of similar issues, and working together to find solutions has been great. The Cedars, Deep Ellum, Farmers Market, stakeholders, residents are great to work with. It's very important to be able to relay to me what is important to you guys, or how can I help you out? And so it's great to see them working together. And like I said, it's very rare to see that, but it's worked out great.
Well, our series, Locals on the Street, we've been all over downtown, and it's really interesting to see and talk to people on the street. You are very, very visible. People see you all over downtown, all over the district. And do you see that as being part of your success? I mean, you're obviously very well liked.
Well, I think that's part of my job, being seen in the community, trying to reach out to as many people, engage them, that I'm here to help you. Just let me know how I can do that. And I always say, if you don't tell me what's going on, there's no way that I can really reach out and try to correct things or figure out a solution to certain issues. And then District 2 is a great place to represent. I have so many amazing neighborhoods that I get to represent. It's an honor to be able to do that. And so I'm proud of that. I'm proud of the district that I represent and the things that are going on. It's probably the busiest and the fast developing district in this city. So it keeps me busy, but it's great to be a part of that.
Well, you're a regular at Green Door Public House. What is your favorite thing on the menu?
The Green Door, they have a great burger, but right now I would have to go with the roast beef stack is pretty good. And the cheese fries are amazing, so.
Well, thank you so much for your time. Really appreciate you coming by. Of course, we'll see you, I'm sure, on the street.
Yes, you will. Thank you.